Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got your daily reading here for Wednesday, March the 5th of 2025. Let's see what the cards have to say. If you're new to my channel, Wednesdays, we're not trying to predict the energy of the day, although we do have some pleasant transits going on today, so some supportive energy for you guys. But what we're doing is we're opening the door to Spirit to bring out messages, whatever it is they want to say to you right now. Messages of motivation, some advice, some positive energies, and in some cases, sometimes a little bit of a heads up of something to come. So let's get right into it. And we've got align your inner compass with the Raven energy here for you guys. Now, ravens are certainly representative of air signs, right? They fly through the air, but they quite often do bring messages from Spirit. Now, depending, of course, on your belief systems, if you look to England and you look to the Tower of London, the mythology goes that ravens are protectors, and they protect the building. They protect the anything inside the building from crumbling. It's very bad luck not to have ravens protecting that tower. So you can certainly say that there is guidance and protection, your spirit guides, and they're trying to guide you, they're trying to connect with you. And so we need to get into alignment there. We need to trust where they're guiding us and where they're leading us and the messages that they're bringing forward to us. And often our intuition defies logic, right? It's an energy, it's a sense, it's a feeling, right? I just feel that this is the right way to go, or I feel this is the right answer, or I feel this is the right solution, or I feel that I should go in this direction. So, we really do need to trust our inner compass. Where am I going? What am I doing? Sometimes, we just need to sit with those questions and that energy to receive the guidance that we're getting. Trust that you are protected on your journey with that raven. The raven is protecting your house, your space. And we do sometimes, get guided to go down the path less traveled, or the how shall we say, the winding path, which is where I'm usually guided to go, right? Straight shot A to B, not necessarily all the time, right? So taking the long way around is quite often par for the course over on my neck of the woods, right? But it's because I'm guided that way, right? And I could take that shortcut, I could take that A to B, but it's those pearls of wisdom that I would never have had, those life experiences I would never have had, as difficult and challenging as some of them were, right, to get to where I am today. There's a purpose, there's a reason, there's a meaning behind absolutely everything. This particular raven is also asking you to recognize shifting energy. Light becomes dark, dark becomes light, and it can happen sometimes in the blink of an eye, and we need to roll with the punches. We need to be flexible and adaptable, because that's quite often, of course, where we get the most insight, the most wisdom, but we also find unexpected blessings and happenings. So going with the flow is also very important. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Take the big picture point of view. Have a look around. Look at the potential. Look at the possibilities of things. Birds in general do represent that higher perspective. But there is also a message coming to you, so keep an open heart, an open mind, all right? Because these ravens do tend to bring you things. So be open to some sort of messages or guidance there. We have Sacred Union coming in here from the Pleiadians. Who are you partnered up with right now? Who are you calling in to you right now? For some of you here, you are getting in alignment, right? Getting in alignment right here to meet somebody who will change your life in some way. Now, of course, we've got a couple on that card, and they've got their arms around each other, so it could potentially be a soulmate, potentially a twin flame, maybe just a someone who can help you and guide you some way, someone who changes your life in some way. Sometimes we think it's for the better. Sometimes it doesn't feel like for the better, but it's a lesson. It's to teach you something. But whatever it happens to be, whatever the reason, whatever the purpose, it can be a friend, it can be a romantic partner, it can be certainly that soulmate. And we all know that we have multiple soulmates throughout our lifetimes, and they are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. They can be a friend. They can be, a family member even. And they can, of course, spark something in your heart, and they can have romantic connotations. But whatever it is, they are here to break us open and to transform us in some way. They don't even know they're doing it, most likely, that our lives are changed in some fashion. So this is indicating that there is a sacred union, a sacred partnership that is either already around you and it's getting deeper. It can already be around you, but you're figuring out why they're there, what they're teaching you. And of course, it can be someone new that you are about to meet. But this union here can also be something that can help you to get rid of or change or heal from past romantic partnerships. All right, intimate partnerships there. And this person here will help you to see all of the wonderful possibilities and the potential and the love and the kindness that those partnerships should be, and sometimes aren't. And it can certainly bring in some big opportunities for healing here, because you are energetically aligned with this person in such a way that all you see is the future. And you've got this complete healing, letting go, and release of the past, including past lives, by the way. We have caution coming out here for you. So like I said at the beginning of your reading, sometimes we do just get messages of positivity and advice and some motivating things, some uplifting messages, but we do get a heads up and we do get cautionary energy here from sometimes. So now this is Ouija board energy. Okay. Now for some people, if you're like me, I use all sorts of forms of divination, right? I use pendulums, I use runes, I use cards, obviously, I use candle work, crystal magic, all of these things, right? The one thing that I will not ever go near is a Ouija board. Now, why? Now, it's not that a Ouija board itself is negative, okay? It's because of my upbringing. And I have very deeply rooted memories and connections with Ouija board energy that I will not ever be able to use it for my divination, right? And, I'm not afraid of it or anything like that. It's just because of those things, right? I am more likely to have some difficulties that, I don't necessarily bargain for. It just doesn't call to me in any way, shape, or form. All right. And of course, this is movie magic and all that kind of stuff. But also, I was brought up, my family wasn't Catholic. We're English Protestant, but the school that I went to was run by nuns, Catholic nuns. And, so it is just so deeply ingrained from the childhood, right? So I've gotten over the fear, whatever, I'll touch one, I'll whatever, which is, a big step up from where I was, about 10 years ago. I wouldn't touch one, wouldn't look at one, nothing. So, I can touch one and whatever now. But the thing is that I am more likely to draw entities into my divination that I don't want, right? And so I do some demon magic and stuff like that as well, but I'm very protected when I do that, and it's just never through a Ouija board. So the Ouija board does carry some negative connotations to it. And part of that is, some of the mythology about it, never use it alone. Well, it's usually when people do use them, but it's grounding and protecting yourself, grounding and protecting your energy before embarking on any kind of divination. Always a good idea. It's not that you're going to call in some evil entity necessarily, right? But we do want to ground our energy. We're more likely to get the best messages, and we're more likely to connect with spirit in a much more positive way this is also saying to you that when you go out and, you might be very energetically sensitive, or you're awakening to spirit. And when we are in that energy, we're a little bit more vulnerable. But you might start to recognize that you can sense people's energy a little bit differently than you used to be able to. And you might feel a little bit frightened, a little bit scared, right? You're like, what the hell is going on? Because, some of the things that happen when you're awakening to spirit can be scary. They can be difficult, wondrous and, awesome in the end, but it can be really weird, right? And so this is really saying to you that whatever your situation, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, especially if you're going somewhere where you have more potential to absorb people's negative energies, right, that shift your mood, if you're energetically sensitive, that can happen. So just make sure that you do take steps to ground and protect your energy. Some people use crystals, right? You can use crystals for that, anything like tourmaline, selenite, things along those lines. Not only will they protect your energy, but they will also transmute negative energy into positive energy. So this can be a really wonderful tool. You can also, I've got a friend, excuse me, she's very energetically sensitive. And before she goes into like a room of people, like if she's going like to, a business networking event or something like that, or if she's going into a meeting with people that she doesn't like, she will actually envision that she's circled by a wall of mirrors, but the mirrors are pointing outward. So it's reflecting and deflecting energy back out to wherever the hell it came from. Another way you could do it is envision, and it doesn't matter if you can visualize or not. A lot of people can't. Okay, so don't worry about that. But you can envision yourself surrounded by a golden curtain or globe of light, golden light, bright white light. You can also envision yourself zipped up into, those sleeping bags where only your nose and your eyes poke out. Imagine one of those made with this beautiful silvery, shimmering, protective fabric, right? Nothing negative can get in, and you're not going to absorb any energies that you don't want. So all of these things are ways to protect yourself and protect your energy. And, because, if you are energetically sensitive, if someone around you is in a bad mood, maybe you end up finding yourself also turning into a bad mood, even though you were in a good mood when you started out your day, right? You're absorbing their energy. Okay, so don't let other people's energy influence and dictate how you feel or how you conduct yourself throughout the day. But yes, also before engaging in divination practice, just take a moment to ground and protect your energy. And one of the ways that I ground myself is, I imagine my feet planted on the floor, which they usually are when I'm doing these things. And from the soles of my feet, I shoot roots like a tree, roots down into the earth, and then the earth grabs my ankles back. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to float away. And, I am grounded in that energy there. We also have pendulum energy coming out here for you guys, okay? So when we get pendulums, if you've ever used pendulums at all, they are most effective for yes, no, or indecisive. You can use them to spell out words and things like that, just like a Ouija board. So you can do that. You have like a little placard thing that goes down. You can, use that. You can use it for determining astrological signs and things. But most effective in its most simple form is the yes, no, maybe. All right. And so this is encouraging you. There's something here that you want, something here that's connected with your heart, with your dreams, with your goals. What is it? It's uniquely yours. And you see this hand holding this crystal heart. It's beautiful light shining through. Okay. But what is it that you truly want? Are you wavering between something? Are you back and forth between something? Are you undecided? What's holding you back? Is it fear? Ouija board energy, right? Is it fear? Is it uncertainty? Is it mistrust? Do you trust yourself? Because quite often when we want to follow our goals and our dreams, or when we have someone new, sacred union, come into our life, right? It can be a little bit frightening to open our heart. It can be a little bit frightening to step into the unknown. to do something a little bit different, to take the path less traveled, to fully and truly trust our intuition, especially when it's guiding us somewhere that we normally intellectually wouldn't do. But it feels right. It feels good. So you are being encouraged right now to connect with your heart, to just take a little step back. And this couldn't be more prevalent and more connected with the astrology that we've got going on right now, because we have Venus, the planet most connected with your heart, right, is retrograde in Aries. Aries is full of passion and fire. It's the fighter energy. It's the warrior energy, and it can be really positive for you, or it can sometimes create a little bit of a challenge. But retrograde energy in itself, Venus is encouraging you to connect with your heart, to take a step back, to think about what truly will make me happy. Where is my heart's desire? And once we recognize that, it's much easier to make a decision. But sometimes those decisions are tied to leaving something behind or trusting in the process. So if you are undecided about something, you can, number one, if you use a pendulum, or maybe you're drawn to one, right? You can use that to help you. But ultimately, just take a step back, calm your conscious mind, connect with your heart, see where your energy flows, see what's guiding you, right? Remember, over here, align with your inner compass, being very encouraged to allow spirit in and to allow that guidance to help you out. You're being brought the answers in some way. We just need to be open to them. So if you've been uncertain, right, then connect with spirit. Your best way forward. We're going to see what angels are perhaps guiding you here. There's the one. And it landed right on the Ouija board one. Okay, great. And there is your number 2. All right. Let's see what these have to say for you. We have detachment here. Message from your angels. According to spiritual law, you can have anything your heart desires. Wonderful. However, if your happiness, sense of security, or feeling of power depends on someone or something in your life, then you are attached to that person or thing, and it is a chain which binds you to a lower frequency and keeps you stuck. Your guidance is to ask the angels is to help you cut the cords that tie you to people, things, and emotions. When all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This enables you to reclaim your power and be genuine. Free your spirit and that of others. Let go now. Your affirmation. I release everyone and everything. My spirit is free. Your next message is one of clarity. Angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is a divine one. Allow the wisdom in your heart to radiate out and dissolve the chatter of your mind. Know that your angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. Sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. Then you can shine a pure, clear light onto every area of your life. In the clarity of this light, the angels will reveal a new way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. In your affirmation, my mind is quiet, still, and clear. With all of that, that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay, I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much for watching, and very, very much a big reminder to connect with your heart. Find that quiet stillness, even if it's just sitting in your car, in a parking lot somewhere, if that's the only quiet space that you can get. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.